Anyway, I went ahead and kick off El Stremo, so no more anti-Semitic comments.
Disavow.
You're just lucky Starfinder wasn't fucking recorded. Alright. Who remembers what we were doing? Anybody?
We're about to go see the Duchess.
Perfect. Incredible.
Potentially. It's either we go see the Duchess or we go see old Shady Boy.
You guys had just left
That's right.
the casino
Yeah, you
after
don't remember, you know,
Kidnapping.
the attempted
Yeah.
kidnapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And somehow he's still surprisingly on our side.
I wouldn't say that. Man's the
Well-
definition of hinky.
But yeah, after a tense encounter in the casino, you guys find yourself in the streets of Smokeside. Yeah. And I believe you guys were on your way back to... Or on your way to... Wait, was Radis with you?
No.
Okay, so I assume you're on your way back to the workshop. Or was Radis even going to the... I imagine Radis was gonna go.
He's gonna go to the Queen's, yeah.
Yeah.
Duchess.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, y'all would have to go back to the workshop.
Okay. Well, as you guys head on back, you do find something. As you arrive back, there's actually a note on the workshop door.
Is what?
There's a note on the workshop door.
I guess Don will pick it up.
It's a very short message, written in a almost intentionally bad handwriting that just says "Mages go home."
oh no.
What's a mage?
What's it say, Don? Francis yells from across the way.
Don's gonna crumple up the paper and say, I don't know, some religious cult.
What?
Some cult recruiting. Don't worry about it.
You're recruiting for a cult?
Am I quiet or?
No, he's just far away. He doesn't trust letters if it hasn't come across.
Oh, that's right.
He had a bad experience with a piece of paper once.
I
Don
remember.
didn't touch that flyer, did he?
No, he took it up and he crumpled it up.
Expeditious retreat.
Alright, sensing that the danger is gone, I'll go check it out. What'd you say, Don?
It's nothing. Some religious cult. Bunch of wackos trying to get supporters or something.
Oh. Iamade worshippers again?
Something like that, yeah.
In this area of town? In this
Probably
day and age?
Asmodeus worshippers.
Don shrugs and he says, "Look, it's not important right now, all right? Let's just go on in. We should probably, set Leland aside for a little timeout. He might be a little too seething right now to go meet with royalty."
I don't know.
We can have the other Lelands keep him company.
True.
He's gonna get mixed up in them. We're not gonna know which one's Royal.
You can
We
teach
can
them
see
how
what-
to deal.
We can see what happens if he tries to kidnap the queen. Well, Duchess.
Let's not even joke about that, all right? We're already in enough shit as is here.
That's true. Well, more than you know, but yeah, that's true.
Excuse me?
Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it.
Uh-huh. Anyway.
It does seem like something to worry about, though.
Why do we not need to worry about anything anymore,
Yeah,
guys?
what is it that we don't need to worry about?
Yeah,
Nothing.
Don doesn't want me to worry about stuff. You don't want me to worry about stuff.
The more you say that, more I'm well.
Where's that phrase again?
It's hinky.
There's that phrase again.
So,
What
leave-
what is it that we're not supposed to worry about?
Zeta, where did we get those materials from?
Oh, we got them from my demiplane.
Okay.
It's not a lie.
You heard the woman.
Not like it matters. She can lie again.
Not till this evening.
Leave the Leland Theater and go to the Duchy.
Dude,
I bet they'll
With
have
Raditz.
a feast set.
Raditz is indeed waiting for you guys inside. Excuse
Saddle
me,
up, cowboy.
The hell did you just call me?
It's a phrase I heard while in town.
Don't try to appropriate our ways.
Right, that's rude, Aubrey.
It was cute.
Anyway, did y'all get all the stuff sorted out with the asshole?
No.
Oh, lovely. I assume that will be rearing its ugly head on us later?
Leland tried to kidnap him.
so probably.
Makes sense. Good old-fashioned Chilaxian guard right there. Ever notice that he's getting a lot more aggressive ever since he got intelligence?
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Maybe I shouldn't have made fun of him so much. Maybe give him a bit of a complex.
He does know how hard to hug now, so that's a benefit.
See?
Or maybe he's just
Benefit.
turning into his captain.
No, that's nothing how I would behave.
As he is a sweetheart.
Talking about Leland, not you.
Yeah.
No,
You can't
I'm-
talk about Zeta like that.
it's honestly kind of rude.
Can we just get going, please? First off, Francis taking a bath and all that.
Oh
I'll
my
prestidigitate
god, I'll
Francis.
prestidigitize myself before Zeta can.
Oh well, fine on you.
Yeah,
Fine. Well, I'm gonna cast share language on Francis and teach him Osiriani.
fine.
Take
He'll say
that.
back to Sirianni.
Taught you a language you didn't want to know.
So-
God damn it.
Who's actually casting things?
Me, I am.
And
Okay.
me.
So you're actually casting share language?
Yeah.
And you're actually casting prestidigitation?
Oh no, 0th level spell, yeah.
Yeah, well, let's see it. That's your 0th level spell. Okay. What are you, are you nice and clean now? Are you adding any I don't know. I imagine, because prestidigitation has many effects.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'll go ahead and clean up, put on my my finest wares, my finest chaps in cowboy attire, as it were.
I don't think it can change your clothing other than color.
I'll give it cowboy print.
Cowboy print.
Fucking little teeny cactuses and like glass. It looks like some fucking pajamas.
You could probably buy it at Urban Outfitters.
Hey, you could use the magic guitar pick and it sounds like a fucking twang. Ding, 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 ding.
Francis Twitty. Kill switch Twitty. And then
Alright.
suddenly I hear a gunshot, followed by Francis screaming.
There's a striking lack of spaghetti music in Chiliads.
Alright, we're going to.
What the fuck is
actually
spaghetti music?
couple of things
Disavow.
here. Disavow.
I don't know, I'll have it, just basically make everything look clean and crisp and nice.
Mhm.
as
And
we
cowboy
would for
print.
approaching any royal, but maybe a little bit more thematic to look like the area.
Okay.
All right. Well, while we're at it, I'm gonna cast a couple other spells on Francis.
Oh yeah.
Do it.
Like what?
Oh,
Do it.
Frankie.
Do it. Do
I
it.
will. I watch. There we go. There we go. I cast fucking Linked Legacy on
shit.
Francis
Damn it.
and Aubrey.
Got me.
What's that?
I cast Linked Legacy on Francis, Aubrey, and myself.
What does that do?
For the next 130 minutes, whenever any of us succeeds at a knowledge check to answer a question within our field of study or identify a monster and its special powers or vulnerabilities, as a free action, we can share any information gained automatically with all targets of the spell.
That's very nice.
Hmm.
By the way, share language lasts for 24 hours, so you've got that too.
Super nice.
And what language did you teach him?
Osiriani? I'm presuming here, Francis, did you know Osiriani before? Maybe it's
Say-
rude of me to presume you didn't.
No and Osiriani.
See? There you
It's
go.
no, by the way.
It's just no.
No.
Still saying the same word.
No tends to be very universal for some reason.
For
Yeah.
some reason.
Yeah. It's even no in cat.
That's why cats never say no.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes they say it repeatedly.
Alright, we're also going to we're like right we're right there, right?
It's a good little ways off. It's not that far though.
About how 5 minutes, 10-minute walk?
Like 30 minutes.
Okay, well once we get further along the way, 21, that's going to be where'd it go? No, never mind. I don't have that prepared. My bad. And I thought I had the I had something else, but maybe not so much. Oh yeah, no, here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Not familiar with that spell.
No, blown away. All right, that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 10 plus 6 plus, yeah. So heroism.
Hey, that's pretty good.
So the next 130 minutes, you can have a +2 morale bonus on attack rolls, saves, and skill checks. Which hopefully you won't have to use the attack roll bit. Francis, don't attack anybody.
Who do I look like, Don?
That's fair.
I
No,
resent
you
that.
look like Francis.
No, you resemble that remark.
That's
Hey,
true.
resemble
I represent that actually.
Touche. And no, that's it. That's it. We're good.
Okay. Anything else up your sleeves? You guys moving along here?
I'm gonna go ahead and
Mm.
pop glibness on myself.
Okay.
Hey, if I activate my mage armor tattoo, do I have to make a check then, or was it from creating the mage tattoo?
It'd be when it pops.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Once we get over there. All right. I'm gonna cast contingent action. Francis, should you get attacked, you may sing a song.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna cast contingent action.
Oh.
Zeta, should you get attacked, or I get attacked? I guess should any of us be attacked, you may cast a spell.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
I'll wink at
Things
Zeta.
things get so fancy now.
I just wink back and forth. I can see it.
So both of you have a contingent action. One of them is if Killswitch gets attacked. I'm assuming you meant he would be able to cast a spell, or are you trying to give him a performance?
A bardic performance.
Okay. And then Zeta would be able to cast a spell.
Which is to say, we don't get attacked.
Now, words can be violence as well.
Verbally attacked.
Some very progressive thinking.
Yeah, have you ever heard of the fighting words amendment?
I feel threatened.
You should. He's attacking you right now.
Sorry, not amendment. Clause is probably a better turn of phrase for it.
So you guys are heading there then?
Yes.
To the duchy.
Right, it's,
We're like here already.
oh, right.
Perfect. So before you leads a set of stairs that go up to a large pair of double doors with a guard on each side of the door.
Radis will approach the doors, and he'll greet the guards. Radis Hardinger, Haversec Workshop. I'm here to see the Duchess.
He kind of looks at the other guard and looks back to you and says, "On what grounds?"
Radis seems to have a moment of, oh shit, I didn't think I'd get this far. On the grounds of, and he turns around and looks at you guys for a moment, snaps to it.
Zena's gonna kind of push Francis forward.
An opportunity of potential great wealth for Alkenstar as a whole. If you just let her know my name, I'm sure she'd let me in.
I'll look over to the guards and say, I understand you don't realize whose presence you're in, but I don't know if you know who stands before you, and I'll gesture to all of us. We have some very important business that we do need to speak to the Duchess with, and we'd appreciate if you could just pass that along. We have one of the finest engineers of guns and weapons here, and I'll gesture to Sable. And a noble herself. A haversec here, whose name I think precedes him.
He kind of gives a small little bow.
And of course, the rest of my fine crew, but we're wasting our time, and time is money. We'd appreciate it if you could get us an audience. I'll throw a diplomacy.
Yeah, I was about to say, let me see that diplomacy.
Quick 50.
I have heroism. I love it.
The guards look at you very suspiciously, and then one of them slinks back through the double doors. The other one stands there for a while. A short time later, the guard comes out. They converse privately for a moment, and then they open the double doors. And kind of
walk in like we own the place.
Radis will keep Francis at his side as the two of them lead the way through. And Radis kind of nods his head to the guards slightly. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Yes, we appreciate how quickly you did that. We'll certainly let your captain know.
Zeta's gonna point out the funny symbol on the guard's badge, but then continue on her way.
the main thoroughfare that you guys come through, Radis, well used to this place. It's actually rather, what's the word I'm looking for? Modest for what you'd imagine for a capital building in a capital city. It's not gussied up with a ton of art. There's definitely paintings on the walls of previous leaders and things of that sort, but it's not overdone. There are guns that hang on the walls that seem to be more artifacts of an older time.
Point them out to Zeta.
Radis has been here
yeah.
before, though.
I'm sorry, what's getting pointed out to me?
Some older artifact guns that are hung on the wall here.
Oh,
Oh yeah, if y'all display any interest, Radis is more than willing to give you guys a rundown on the history of the place and the things that we're passing.
yeah, Redis, the fuck is that?
What she point to specifically?
The artifact guns?
Leslie, could you describe the guns to me? Or are they just very early model?
They're
like
just
guns.
they're just very early models. So the earlier guns, you can tell that there's it tells a storied history if you know how to look at it, and Radis would know how to look at it. So the earliest guns were definitely guns of practicality, even if they didn't quite understand what it took to be practical. Basically, nothing short of a metal tube that was fed from the one end.
What laughably simple contraptions.
And then it gets progressively more outlandish. Like, we're talking rifles with multiple flintlocks that go down the barrel that would have been loaded individually so that the flintlocks would detonate from the front of the barrel backwards to fire multiple rounds. It looks incredibly dangerous, but
Are you talking about a pepper box?
no. It's literally one barrel that would have been loaded would have been muzzle loaded, and it has multiple flintlocks that go down the barrel, and the flintlocks fire from the end of the barrel backwards, detonating gunpowder as they go back.
That's incredibly dangerous.
Yeah.
And
Are any
that's
of them damascened? Like, got gold on him?
I doubt that the ones that we're looking at right now would be embroidered with any special
Yeah.
frivolousness.
Yeah, they were trying to make things work. They weren't worried about
They clearly
ornate.
weren't trying very hard with this one.
As Radis explains, he says, he points to the metal tube one. He says, that right there, that would be where Alkenstar really got its foot in the ground, I think. You gotta understand, Zeta, life in the mana waste is hard, and necessity is the mother of all invention. To survive out here, we had to get an edge. To your point, it is a very simple and rudimentary design, but it's not one that any other nation had thought of because they didn't need to. Necessity turns into innovation, innovation turns into culture, and he just kind of shows you the guns as they progress over time. Culture leads into curiosity, and eventually, well, you start getting some truly haphazard things, just for the sake of creating it.
I suppose that's a fair excuse. That would
Well,
definitely explain the roughshod nature of this museum.
Well, do you imagine that the first spells were as elegant as the ones that we have these days?
Well, Fireball is just pinching together a bunch of bat guano, so I don't.
Not exactly elegant, but it gets
simplistic.
the job done.
I wouldn't know.
That's right, you wouldn't know.
I
And you're
love it.
better off for it. But regardless, whereas the rest of the world had magic to develop, we didn't have that, so we had to go down a different path.
How
Just
tragic.
I wouldn't say so. It gives us a different perspective.
A little tragic.
I think one day, if Alkenstar could ever get its foot out the door and interact with other countries outside the Mana Wastes, we could make something really beautiful. That is,
I mean-
if other countries could be trusted.
You'd have to acquire some means of non-magical global communication on an instantaneous level. But that'd be insane.
Yeah, you can't do that without magic.
Yeah, that's gonna be like
Insane.
5,000 years.
Yeah, insane.
You can't just connect two things via light.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Everybody knows light only lasts for several rounds per level.
So
Who
much
to what
meta.
now?
The meta's getting
Regardless.
out of hand.
Regardless,
Yeah,
I'm sure
we
someone
digress.
like Sable was building things like this by the time when she was what, 5 years old? But maybe by perusing the walls of our history, it might give you some ideas of something new to make.
I mean, it's fair enough. I could press to digitate that one in about 2 minutes, so I can. I'm sure she would be able to get it as a child.
Well, it certainly seems easy these days, but keep in mind that it was unknown back then. Imagine how many failures they had to go through just to get a metal tube that shot things working.
But as Raditz leads you guys down through these corridors, he eventually leads you to what is essentially a conference room. Raditz, having been through this a few times before, knows to just wait. And surely enough, after a few minutes, it's about 4 rather well-equipped looking individuals walk into the room, and then as the 5th individual walks through, she kind of looks to everyone, and she's a very prim and proper looking, but her character seems to break once she sees Raditz. She says, Raditz Hardinger, as I live and breathe.
The draw.
The drawl. He kind of gives a slightly exaggerated bow. Miss Cassandra, it's been far too long. My friends, allow me to introduce you to the Duchess of Alkenstar. He indicates over to her.
She does a curtsy. Cassandra Ricia.
Nice place, Dutchy.
Take a bow. Kill switch Francis Carlos. At your pleasure.
Aubrey Bravos.
Captain Zeta Monticello, Arcano-meteorologist.
Sable stands up, does a curtsy of her own, says, Sable reign throne.
Donovan gives a slight bow. Don rubs.
She says, a throne? You're a long way from Cheliax.
Well, Cheliax is in dire straits as it stands.
I'm not sure you get much word of what's been going on outside of Alkenstar or even the Mana Waste for that matter, are you?
She says, we get our fair share of doomsayers. The odd.
Flanked by Negs and Geb, I would imagine you get a lot of nonsense.
More than most.
Currently, Cheliax is in a bit of a state of infestation, so to speak.
I would say
Undead.
invasion.
Invasion is probably the better word for it.
Yeah, it's in a bit
Undead
of doom.
crawling out of the ground, taking over the place, tearing down cities.
Sounds like the burgeon of a new Geb.
Well, hopefully not, to be honest with you, as the next in line for the leadership doesn't exactly seem too promising. Or, well, he seems too promising. But I can tell you all that later. I'm sure you're busy right now, and maybe you'd like us to get straight to the cake, straight to the point. Or we could sit down, have a conversation. Up to you. I don't want
She-
to waste none of your time.
She approaches the conference table, and the guard closest pulls out the chair and pushes it in as she sits. And she says, "By all means. It's not very often that I get royalty in my halls. Usually,
Right,
it's emissaries, expendables."
Radis will pull out a chair for Sable to sit down in, and he'll indicate another chair for he'll indicate chairs for everyone, making sure that he keeps Francis kind of at the middle of the conference table, so that he can be heard the best. Don chooses to stand kind of at attention at the door.
Don will get a single nod from the closest guard.
Don will give a nod to the closest guard.
Is this romance?
She says,
No,
"Oh, good.
Now I'm absolutely positively certain that my compatriots are tired of hearing my drawl, so I think that maybe it would be best right now for Mr. Killswitch Francis Carlos to tell the story of what's been going on and how we've gotten to this point right now. He's something of a famous bard in Cheliax. I'm sure he could certainly weave you a tale far better than I ever could.
Oh, Radis, you should.
Oh, but Francis, I should.
Oh, but Radis. You sly dog, you.
Out of
Radis.
character, stop looking for reasons to not engage. Get in here.
Radis, what are you talking about out of character? I feel like we've all been perfectly in character here. In fact, that's one of the things, like you said, my friend here alluded to. I'll be straight with you. We've been through quite a bit. In fact, this fine group here have defeated dragons. We stand before you as some of the strongest, finest out of Cheliax. The finest lawyer in all the lands, with yet the most magnificent beard. And I'll gesture to Aubrey.
Is his beard's tie-dye right now?
Oh, absolutely. It's polychromatic and pulsating with lights."
Blushing a little bit.
Our
Can't tell from the beard.
our resident ship captain herself, the ever aloof Zeta. And you've seen our Hell Knight, a nod to Donovan. Truly puts the hell in Hell Knight. And Sable here, one of the few remaining Thrones. You see, there's been something of a cleansing over in Cheliax. A rogue paladin has gone off and begun slaying the resident aristocracy, the Thrones. It's part of why we've brought our throne here. Have
Us.
you dealt with the thrones much?
Sounds of Leslie furiously rolling dice.
I know they're great deals away, but
More than she
jelly.
would like, I assume.
I've associated with them 5 worth.
Set at 8 o'clock.
Bung.
Oh,
Ding.
there he is.
Yeah, beep.
Where'd you trail off?
I'm not sure. Hold
There's,
on. My music
oh,
stopped,
God.
so I have to redo everything.
Oh,
Did you
jeez.
not hear any of Francis's big?
I heard most of it.
Most of it. Hey,
All right.
That's okay. It all boiled down to me blowing hot air under everyone's skirts and
It's true.
asking her if she dealt with any thrones, and informing her of the paladin whom I have not named yet. Do we lose him again?
Expect a beep soon.
Oh no.
oh no,
It's all
here it
falling
comes.
to shit. All of our spell timers are gonna wear off. This is all a plot by the GM.
He could fight us fair.
Okay,
Make their contingencies wear off.
right? But no, she says she's not dealt with Throons very often.
I'm sure you know of them, yes?
She says I'm familiar with most aristocracies. It's you have to know your history in a position like mine. Sounds like what you have on your hands is a second glorious reclamation.
Well, that's part of what we're worried about. As such, you would know that the Throons, while a difficult bunch to deal with, are absolutely critical for ruling such a wicked nation as Cheliax.
Radis kind of elbows you in the side.
And
It's very noticeable. Like, Cassandra probably definitely saw it. He just elbows Radis, fucking Francis in the side. Ixnay on the political pay.
right. Yeah, as Redis was saying, Garçon, and I'm gonna snap at one of the guards. Get us some cave.
Radis's eyes go wide in terror.
Got him.
It's like a
They haven't brought us a drink.
1,000-yard stare.
I put him in the middle.
Radis gets to say hello to Zaflan for the first time in a long time as they meet in the middle space.
Okay, well you're just gonna have to wait then, Radis. You can't have your drink now. Anyway, as I was saying, this paladin, he's not just usurping the current government. He's unleashing a torrent of undead upon the northern continent. And this kind of destabilization, while it may be politically beneficial to some, will surely lead to the destruction of all nearby nations, and eventually down to you.
He killed Zaflan. You know him, right? He's from here.
She says I'm privy to the name of Zaflan, but back to the claims of utter destruction. I'm not entirely sold on the idea that it's a total loss. One of our neighbors is primarily undead. They're amenable. Meanwhile, the calamity with which you speak I haven't. There's been a great many doomsayers, but no doom yet.
Radis lets out a sigh and kind of puts his hand on the table. And he looks to the guards and he looks to Cassandra. Ma'am, at your leisure, I would like permission to speak freely.
She motions to allow you to speak.
I've seen firsthand what's been going on out there. I left Alkenstar a good bit ago to hunt down Zaflan. You know, Haversack's boy. The other Haversack boy. And that's when I encountered these, for lack of a better word, idiots. My first interaction with them was after they had just killed a dragon that had been rampaging about Corvosa for decades and decades, potentially even longer. These fools got a holiday named after them. They didn't start this on some wild goose chase. Well, they started it on some wild goose chase that turned out to be true. There's something out there, and this rogue paladin is in line with that something, and I want to explain it to you, but you'd think I was insane. But we've seen it.
Perhaps we could show it to her, if you would allow our captain.
I don't think that's a good idea, Francis.
I mean, it's probably the best idea. It would be the easiest way to convey, a grand scale of information.
How
She-
experimental is this old gal?
She puts up a hand and says, "We do not do that here."
Well, no, I understand that, but I can do that.
Yes, and she could pass it on to a guard or someone, of course, less valuable.
I understand the cultural implications, ma'am.
Just throw
But
the
it is
diplomacy.
vital.
That's all you need.
It's vital. Absolutely vital that someone believes us.
Syrian turned us away.
She turns to Killswitch and says, "You must understand, Mr. Carlos. I can't just embroil my people in a needless war. And for Cheliacs of all nations, you're gonna have to give me and my people, specifically, a good reason to try to aid your homeland."
He nods, and I understand. We don't expect you to do anything for free, and we realize that we're really asking quite a lot of you, but you must understand that even those with our own strengths do need assistance. What would your Duchess desire?
She ponders and says, "You would want us to assist in maintaining the status quo."
More specifically, I believe, and correct me if I'm incorrect on this one, Francis, the liberation of West Crown, or the reclamation of West Crown, back into the proper hands. West Crown being the foothold that holds Cheliacs together at this point.
We mainly wish to defeat the Paladin.
He truly seems to be the problem.
He does have a dragon at his disposal.
Several.
Yes.
Several dragons.
Several dragons.
A couple of them are undead, to be fair.
Trying not to add any talk of revolution, Zeta just takes a quick shot of whatever alcohol is nearby.
I mean, sure, we'll say that there's alcohol on the table.
Wine?
Okay.
I don't know.
She,
Alcohol.
She's probably more of a
It's
whiskey girl.
alcohol.
she says, "Dragons do pose a problem for us. most nations have dragons as a war deterrent. Can't exactly march an army on something like that.
No, but Alkenstar is certainly known for having ways of dealing with beasts that are larger than the average foe.
This is true in a defensive manner.
You can shoot an undead thing as many times as you want, and it'll keep coming.
Well, not unless you blow it all to hell, but... And this kind of strikes an idea in Radis's head. He looks over to Sable. Miss Thrun, how much authority do you actually have? Do you act with all the autonomy of a full Thrun, or... And he's gone.
Yep.
Big oof.
Big oof.
Well,
Okay, I'll have to take matters into my own hands. Before... Cassandra, before Mr. Keenswell, oh,
You back?
Sorry.
welcome back.
That usually does the trick.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, Radis was asking what, how much authority Sable actually has, because he does not know.
Sable states that she is likely the... She pauses. Stays paused. And
She's
says,
new to
I
this.
have absolutely no idea how far in line for the throne I actually am. I just know that recently I was discovered to be a Thrun, and the amount of political power I have is about the political power of my grandparents, who are retired.
Your grandparents at the peak or after retirement?
After retirement.
Still, a bargaining chip at the very least.
All Thruns are important right now. I think any of them will garner some respect back home.
This is all also assuming that my grandparents are still alive.
Right.
Regardless of if your grandparents are alive or not, and forgive my distaste in saying that, I apologize, that was incredibly insensitive of me, but have the Hell Knights not put on record that Sable is indeed a Thrun?
I believe they have.
As far as we know, Sable could be the queen of Chiliax right now.
You can't see it, but from behind the visor of Don's helmet, he's waggling his eyebrows at Francis.
And I'm sure Don's also a little annoyed that people keep thinking the Hell Knights are subservient to Chiliax.
No, that one is actually something that happened, remember? I think it was
It was the
Scourge.
Inquisition.
Yeah, it was the Inquisition, that's right.
The Inquisition
It's the
is loyal to Chiliax.
But they did have the Scourge with them.
No. That was in Longacre. It's whenever the Sable's grandparents found Inquisitor Felix and was like, test her. And then he
Then,
did.
Don would probably correct that assumption, saying that
Yeah.
it was the Inquisition that marked her down, which even more so indicates that she is indeed a Thrun. And also, for the love of gods and all that is holy, we are not loyal to Cheliax. My apologies.
Zeta's going to exhale as if she's been holding in something for a while.
Zeta,
Yes,
you were saying?
I was not.
Forgive my
Right.
impertinence. Forgive my impertinence, Miss Duchy. Madam Duchy. I'm not exactly sure how to address you.
Your
Don.
Duchesty.
Don steps off the wall he's been leaning on. We have absolutely no loyalty to Cheliax whatsoever. In fact, I would wager to say that most of us sans Francis actually hate the place. It is a
Look.
rigid, horrible society that constricts people.
Some places are pretty cool, like
Donovan.
the non-societal places.
It does
are
not
nice.
allow freedom of thought. It does not allow freedom of religion. It does
No,
not. It does not allow
Don.
freedom of expression.
No, no,
But there are
Hold
nice
on.
places.
Yeah,
Cheliax is a
he doesn't
rotten,
need to know about
terrible
how
place.
you feel about the politics of it whenever everyone dies to a horrible undead calamity.
I have a point I'm trying to make here, Francis.
All right, well, carry on, but let's.
30 more minutes of Cheliax sucks.
Despite the fact that
2 more
Cheliax is probably one of the worst places imaginable on the planet, and this is coming from
Yeah.
someone who is magically enhanced and has to experience becoming normal every time he crosses the bridge of this fine city. It is important to the stabilization of the world. Cheliax is currently the only thing that is holding this scourge back. And the Hell Knights are losing. I can't even tell you the numbers that we've lost.
If you can't tell her, why'd you try and tell her?
Francis, now's not the time. We've all buried people at this point. Friends, loved ones, family.
Would that we could bury them. The same would
Huh,
be for
that's
the rest
right,
of
we
all
can't.
Galar.
Because then they just spread out the ground like daisies.
Yes, even our friend. But, look, she's not here for our sob story. She's a busy woman.
Fine, keep up with your political speech then. And Radis kind of waves Don away and tells him to zip it. Says, before Mr. Keenswell left to go take care of the impending threat that, unfortunately, it seems that he did not succeed, he constructed something that could potentially dwarf our own, he puts up air quotes, secret weapon.
She kind of leans in.
I've operated this firearm. Well, not firearm. The damn thing's the size of a town.
Siege weapon.
Even that's putting it lightly. What he created was a weapon of mass destruction. And we saw the effects of it.
Flattened a whole town.
She kind of cocks an eyebrow.
Now, I'm not sure about you, but as a loyal Alkenstari, even if it was made for righteous purposes, I'm not entirely sure I feel confident in a country like Cheliax having access to something like that.
Here, here.
Made by someone with Alkenstari learning and Alkenstari education. And you can see him visibly swallow his pride as he says it. One of the best damn gunsmiths that's ever lived. I do not want something like that in the hands of Cheliax. If for no other reason to help us, dismantling or retrieving that for Alkenstar's own purposes should be top of the priority list. Is it Leslie's turn to be dead?
What was the last part there?
If for nothing else, dismantling or retrieving that siege engine should be top of the priority list for Alkenstar.
She says, I think that could be a possibility. We could certainly make a case for dismantling that siege equipment. Leave no trace. But
The heresy cannon.
how does this if that would benefit you all, it seems like a win-win. I don't see how it actually assists Cheliax in any way. Unless, of course,
I
the
was-
enemy of Cheliax has been able to fire this thing.
Not quite. I think
Not
there are only a
yet.
few people capable of firing it, and well, I was one of them. But that's not the point. The point is, if Alkenstar comes to Cheliax in Cheliax's actual, darkest, worst hour, and not just that, but with the backing of a throne, what kind of political hold would we have over them? What kind of foothold could we establish outside the Monowastes?
She kind of looks to Killswitch and Sable for some sort of validation.
Truly, if someone like yourself can understand such a beneficial relationship you could have with Cheliax,
I am sure the Queen of Cheliax would be more than happy to establish positive relations with Alkenstar.
Alright, give me the 2 assists from Radis and Sable, and then the
Oh fuck.
diplomacy from Killswitch.
Killswitch. I'm sorry.
It's just a 10. You got this.
Do you have ranks in diplomacy? Because the bonus is half your ranks.
No, Radis is not a talker.
Okay, so then just
What?
Sable then.
Can I substitute it for something else?
I mean, diplomacy seems pretty good, but if you have something else to suggest.
charisma check.
Hmm. Okay. How many
I do a
ranks
knowledge
does
nobility?
Sable have? I'm assuming 2 ranks?
4.
4 ranks. Oh, you have no charisma. Jesus, okay. Alright, so it's a +2 to kill switch. Let's see it.
Can I do knowledge nobility?
Yeah, I'll take it. What's your ranks in it?
I have 4 ranks.
Okay, let's see it.
Oh no, I don't. Never mind. Fuck. Never mind.
Oh, man.
Abort,
That
abort.
would have been good, too.
I have a +4.
Oh, that's
I wouldn't
different.
have made it anyway.
Oh, well. Alright, kill switch, what you got?
Okay. So
You're trying to convince a nation to go to war.
Not even go to
Yeah.
war.
It's
Oh.
go to war.
in so many words, but that's okay. I'm gonna start trailing off different tales of basically what it would sound like, how the bards would sing about the glorious Duchess and how she came to save the day, that the regular Chilaxian who might not even know about Alkenstar will sing her praises. And he'll just kind of go off and riff about that for a minute. Wow. Wow, hero point.
Okay,
Thank you.
yeah. Oh
Wow.
my god.
Best hero
Wow.
point.
Roll it again.
Would you trade the +4 for re-rolling?
Jesus Christ. Dustin.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, I guess there's a +4 for the reroll, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, add 4 to that.
Jesus. Okay. As Killswitch sings what is essentially a future past tense version of what the renditions would be were they successful, you can tell that the gears are starting to turn in Cassandра's head. She kind of she starts working on something like it's literally there's like a flash of brilliance. Like she realizes that it could work, and then immediately it's like she's already in the wargaming. Like she already starts thinking of what she can actually do. But then she hits a pretty quick roadblock, and she says, "I need to know everything you can tell me about the current state of affairs."
Remember that little
Uh,
bit of a cultural roadblock that we were having a bit ago, Miss Cassandra?
Yeah, you need to trust us.
She
Sable holds up her hand and gestures to Zeta. Zeta, why don't you just show her?
That's what we're trying to get at here. It's a
I
cultural
actually think
we don't do
Sable's
that
talking
here.
about something else.
Oh, are you? What do you know that I don't? I know everything.
I think Zeta would beg to differ.
Well, I don't. What are we talking about? Like, what do you want me to show? You don't want me to. I mean, I would gladly show her.
I'll
But
ask
Try
you.
on something in Westcrown.
Do you trust us?
We don't do that here.
Yeah,
Ask for permission.
she makes it very apparent that there will be no spells cast on her.
He'll nod and say, "All right, we can do it the old-fashioned way." And he'll whip up his best Siriani accent and basically just lay it all out.
Where do you
Okay.
start?
Yeah, where do you start?
How much time does she have?
I'd say she seems very invested.
Okay, because yeah, I definitely want to describe this heresy cannon.
Okay.
You start from the
Uh,
village.
Yeah,
I guess just give me a general like charisma check.
hang on, Francis. Here's where I'm gonna convey, just to cover all of the events. Here's a knowledge local, which you can probably do better with. Here's a knowledge geography.
Oh God.
Here's a knowledge nobility.
Okay.
Here's a we'll do a here's a craft fire. Oh my god, these rules are disgusting.
Okay.
Radis will supply the craft firearm with assist from Sable.
I don't
if
think-
good.
I don't think he was in the. They're in a mind meld right now.
We're in a mind meld.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. I guess kill switch. Roll your charisma with advantage.
Oh my god. Fuck off, roll 20. He's serious.
Since anytime you're about to make a mistake, Zeta will just chime in with some more accurate information mentally.
very above average.
It's very above average. She seems to get a pretty good grasp of what's going on, and at one point she actually takes out a piece of paper and begins taking notes.
Excellent, excellent. I'll go over my song list too, especially the Ballad of Dawn. Regale her about tales of what was that
By
dragon's
song
name?
list, you mean the set list, right?
Galataxis.
Jesus Christ.
Galataxes. Yeah.
So as by the time it's done, she has a decent stack of paper, and she kind of edges them against the table as she stands and says, I think we have a rather succinct plan going forward."
Lovely. Now that we have the business out the way, how about the pleasure? I'll gesture to Sable. Your firearms.
Wait. Hold on a second. I'd like to explain that situation to her first, if that's okay. I don't want to just drop something on her lap.
She says, old-fashioned Smith-off, right?
Oh, you've already heard.
Oh, Shameen has already processed the proper paperwork.
I imagine. See, I would have never done something like this
Francis
normally.
nods knowingly.
But the the reacquisition of the Haversack family workshop is, well, let me put it to you this way. If we did not manage to gain Alkenstar's aid, my firearms would pretty much be the only help we could get from here.
There's a bit of there's a look of concern on her face, and she says, "Radis, do you realize how steep you've made these terms?"
I was desperate, alright? I needed access to the workshop so Sable could get to work. At the very least, I wanted to make sure she could construct the things that she needed to construct.
She does her best to hide the concern, but she says, well, bring your best. Make Havasek proud.
How many did Shameen submit all the rules and regulations? Like,
Yeah.
how many firearms need to be crafted?
You just want a
Yes.
refresher there? Because it's,
I suppose that's the best thing to ask is, do we have a hard limit?
no.
Is there a set number, or is it just as many as we can throw out?
Yeah, as many as you can throw out. But
God, I
remember-
really screwed myself on this one.
Yeah, it's, yep. Some.
That Shameen's a smart cat.
When is the showdown set to air?
She says, now you see, I was wondering the same thing. It doesn't seem like you guys have, set an official start date, or finish date for that matter.
How long do you think you need, Sable?
I think the better
Okay.
question is, do we care?
Well, I'd like to get the Haversack workshop back in the hands of Haversack, but I also have firearms I wanted to craft for our friends here. And the longer we stall out, the more firearms she has an opportunity to build, and the more likely you'll be under her thumb.
Don in the back kind of shows off the gun gauntlet. Meanwhile, Radis seems to be having an existential crisis as he stares into the table. I just wanted to help. Why'd I let it get this bad? Why couldn't I just keep my mouth shut? Leave the world saving to you guys. I already got enthralled by a green dragon. Why'd I have to get myself in even more shit?
So that means like a couple days?
Likely have to go over there, or at least someone will have to go over there and maybe smooth some things over with her. Maybe renegotiate the terms, or at least try to.
She says, well, there, since you all didn't set a time frame, the contract does have a 30-day default limit on it. So, at most 30 days.
How long do you need to mobilize your people? Not for the contest, for the other thing.
She says, there's intelligence gathering that'll have to be done, but we have our ways.
What's that, like a couple days?
Why would you ask?
Trying to figure out how much time we have, my dear Duchess.
Oh, were you trying to coordinate something?
Why, yes, I might be.
What kind of coordination you thinking?
Well, we understand that your kind may not be able to, travel the worlds quite so fast. Our captain here happens to be quite the traveler herself. She can get you anywhere you want to be in the blink of an eye.
Cultural divide, Francis. Cultural divide.
She's just
They,
in
they will
proximity.
be entering our culture, Don Radis. Best they get used to it a little bit. They'll be in for a
No.
shock if they aren't.
It's true though, Radis. You really shouldn't patronize the duchy like that. I'm sure she can more than happily handle the situation.
Not trying to patronize anyone. Teleportation's scary as shit.
Yes, but the duchy's not a child.
Nor
says-
are her men.
She says, while I'll admit a magical means of transportation is quite the scarcity in my parts, we do have our own quick reaction forces available.
The airships.
I'm gonna roll a knowledge local
Sure.
to see if I would know that.
I'll say it's at advantage because it's Alkenstar. That's Radis, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Radis has heard rumors that they're unconfirmed rumors that Cassandra took on a court wizard, which is a relatively negative thing as far as the general populace is concerned, because people don't like magic or magic users in these parts.
Surprise Pikachu face.
Right?
Yeah, Radis kind of has a look of concern on his face when she says this. He looks to the group and then looks back to her, and he kind of gives her this wordless, inquisitive head tilt. Not sure if he should ask.
She says, well, I've got my duties to attend, and I assume you all have your own duties to attend.
Looks like Radis has got something at the tip of his tongue there.
He kind of looks to Francis. What? No. It's just it was good to see y'all again.
Always
Thanks for
good.
thanks for taking some time to see us. I appreciate it.
It's always nice to see you, Radis, and while I had my own problems to deal with, this one does seem rather well, it has its own potentials.
Perhaps when the issues I have at home are handled, I can assist you with the problems that you're having here. I would not involve them, of course. I'd stay behind.
She kind of looks to Radis. That'd be
Look, I got
nice.
a workshop to run.
She says, that'd be nice, assuming you win. And then she kind of slowly turns, and the guards open the door,
KFC.
and then she's
Radis
escorted out.
Radis will stand, kind of indicate to all of you to stand up. And a big, stupid grin will wash over his face.
Do we get to keep these chairs?
This chair's complimentary.
Just stuffs it into his beard.
Miss Monticello, I believe you have a message to deliver.
Yes, but can we?
Leave, I assume.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
She
Radis
kind of eyes the guards around the room.
Radis will lead you guys out.
you guys head on out. One thing that really didn't... Something you guys have probably tuned out at some point, but mentioning of it in that meeting, there are a decent number of doomsayers, like people holding up signs that say like the end is nigh.
I'd like to talk to one of these guys. Seems like they got it figured out.
Yeah, there's somebody who's ranting and raving. Um,
Is he just gonna walk up to one of them and oh, you've heard about the dragon too?
he says he kind of scoffs and says, "Dragons are the least of our worries. Devourer of dawn, it's coming. It's gonna forever night. We'll eat the sun."
Approaches. What's eating me?
The sun.
The sun. The sun is eating me.
Yeah, do you want to fight the sun, Don?
No.
You see him actually consider it for a moment.
Drop it.
He tells you all to give up your lives now and
My friend,
begin your prayers to the Devourer of Dawn.
my friend. I know these are scary times, but perhaps like me, you could find peace through the one known as Randall.
Peace through crab.
And who exactly is this devourer of dawn?
No, I think Aubrey's onto something. Would you show him your crab, Aubrey?
Do I
Dawn
have
seems to
crab?
have a very strange interest in this line of discussion.
He leans in real close and says it as if he wants nothing else to hear. And he says it in Osiriani. Or at least with an Osiriani accent, because it's a name. He says, Apep.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
He says it even quieter than before. Apep.
Apep.
Shh, 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 shh. It lurks in the shadows.
Zeta,
Can I-
you know anything about an apep?
Yeah, can I acknowledge that?
Be knowledge religion.
All right, you
Jesus.
guys know that as well.
Ober, this isn't even the first time you've seen a doomsayer talking about this specific thing. You saw this actually more prevalently in Sothis.
Well, makes sense. It is the Egyptian, not the Sothis, god of destruction.
Yeah,
Oh.
you would know Apep to be known as the Devourer of Dawn. It's known as basically a giant serpent that coils around the entire planet, and is its doom prophecy is that it will devour the sun, casting the world into an endless night.
Yeah, that does sound like Apep. I say it under my breath, though. Isn't
And,
this like DC to KFC? You both know that as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, we know about Apep now.
and just kind of inspecting this person and listening to him, even though he seems terrified about the prospect, he does carry a holy symbol, or I guess in this case an unholy symbol of Apep. Crude
That's
though it
interesting.
may be.
Don seems to lose interest immediately after hearing the name Apep, and he just starts walking away.
I tell the man that if you would like to find Randall, find me, and I'll follow Don.
Francis will look over at him and say, "The devils can do much more for you," and then walk off.
Have you considered redemption through Desna?
And then Zeta walks off,
Oh, bitching.
and I walk away.
Throw him on the grave.
I gave him my business card.
What time is it right now, by the way?
Currently it's Probably about 3 p.m. ish,
Okay.
depending on how long Kill Switch explained things.
Probably took a while.
So
John
probably
kinda-
about 4.
As he's walking away, he kind of like touches his head and shakes something off. Like he had a thought come to his head, and then he was like, I don't want to. That's enough of that.
What is our next move, though?
That called the void, huh? I could just throw Kill Switch off the bridge. I could do it right now.
No, he did
All
have
be
a
over.
he did have a doomsayer inside of him.
Could be that easy.
Just wait until you get to the non-magic side. Just toss him. Nobody would be able
Yeah,
to do anything.
Radis leads us back to the workshop, and he tells everyone to wait for a while, and he leaves for about 30 minutes. And he's gonna come back with some really nice bottles of like premium Alkenstari ice wine.
You guys have seen these bottles before.
And he's gonna start pouring everyone a glass, and he says, well, though the objective is only halfway done, that is, if y'all still wish to continue to help me in my issue, I'd call this one an absolute win. He kind of holds up a glass
Here, here.
to you guys, and he says,
Toast with him.
to the allies you've been looking for. Who'd have thought it'd come from the country you hated the most?
Whoa, that's not fair.
Hey, that's a pretty good team name.
The country we hated the most.
No, the allies you were
The allies what?
the allies you were looking for.
That does have a ring to it. The council of the allies that you never.
We're not the council of friends. We're the allies you were looking for.
Wait, hold on. The council. The council of allies?
You boys and your councils.
But after Radis
Gotta
takes a
be
quick
joking.
downing of the ice wine, he wastes absolutely no time in getting back to work with renewed fervor. Says, what was the ultimate decision y'all came to about the special materials?
Couldn't find any, I guess.
Special
I'm talking
material
about.
machine broke.
You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the issue with Wassalat.
Oh, he's a nut. He was trying to summon some dwarven god of destruction. There's so many gods of destruction in this city.
Yeah,
What the hell are you on about? Summon a god of destruction? What were the details of what he had to say?
He wanted to spelunk an unclaimed mine at the bottom of which something unspeakable was apparently sealed away.
Don pipes up, presumably, okay? It was a sealed up place. I imagine it's sealed up for a reason. I'm a pikesman. I have monster detecting senses.
It just ends his sentences with, I'm a pikesman. I'm hungry.
Love it.
I'm a pikesman.
Gotta go to the bathroom, guys. I'm a pikesman.
Basically.
I died once.
I know a thing or two about being hungry.
I know a thing or two about being dead. I'm
But,
a pikesman.
As Radis is furiously penciling in new blueprints and going absolutely nuts, he says, well, why don't y'all go check it out?
Apparently there's some moral issues with going to that place.
And if there are moral issues, what are you all but a bunch of heroes?
I don't think.
Aubrey
we'll be
blushes
here.
again.
Now here's the thing. You guys are all fine, upstanding members of society in your own different ways, alright?
Radis.
Radis, he wanted us to break the law.
The law.
Which is why he puts his pencil down. Though I don't have all the details, why don't you prohibit him from breaking the law by pulling a a chillaxian political move on him.
Chillaxian political move.
You know,
murder him and take over.
Radis waves his hand kind of
Get
in
him.
Francis's direction, almost
Give
as
him
if
that
to
old
say,
Messine dumpling.
yeah.
Yeah. Suicide by 2 bullets to the back of the head.
You keep him around while he's useful, and then once you found out what's really going on, you get rid of him.
Sounds really mean.
Give him an Agorian necktie.
The guy's not mentally fit. I don't think that would be morally right.
But
That also sounds against the law.
perhaps. But coming back with a horde of whatever it is he had to offer probably would make up for that.
Radis? Now, listen, I see what you're trying to do. You look like you're trying to convince the party to do something chaotic. Alright?
Is it
let me
that
just go ahead
obvious?
and, let me just
She
go
would
ahead
know.
and run this out there. I'm a bit of an expert on this kind of thing. He won't do it. So here, come, little closer, little closer. Let's do the job and pirate them later.
I think you're underestimating one thing in particular, Miss Zeta. There's a very easy way to get Mr. Rabs on our side in this.
You tell him we're fighting monsters.
Yeah, that's it. Do you really want that guy to unleash unspeakable horrors? Because it's gonna happen with or without y'all.
It's true. He's going to release these horrors regardless of who does it. So maybe it would be best if we, did them in first.
Supervised. Supervise. And if you happen to come out with any special materials after avoiding a cataclysm to Alkenstar, that would certainly gain you more favor with the Duchess.
Could you shake our throne real quick?
Fuck, I'm in the kitchen. Hang on.
With Dinah?
No, I'm preparing the grill so that I can grill some squash and zucchini.
Gross.
He dead.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Want to take a quick 10?
I mean, it's not time for the cats to be fed yet, but sure.
Oh, I just want to go to the bathroom real quick.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, it is 9. Let's,
Yeah, that's fine. Get our Thrune here to feed his cat his medicine. It's an hour early, but I'm sure it's fine.
Hey,
And I'll be
I'll
right
be
back
right
also.
yeah, if you want to do a quick smoke break,
Yeah, I should probably go do that.
get some blood moving.
go take a walk. Don't smoke.
Pretend like you're smoking.
I'll be back. I'll go work myself up.
I pretend like you're walking and smoke.
By the way, contingent action should be well expired by now.
Oh, very, very expired. It expired probably at the very beginning of that meeting.
Yeah, it only lasts for 15 minutes for me.
Right.
Now, if only Aubrey could take it too, so that we could all cast contingent action on each other.
God.
Can you imagine what we would do with like
That would be too easy.
with
Oh
a
my-
standard action and a
My
and a
contingent
surprise action?
action is to trigger after your contingent action.
Right?
Ooh. Ooh. And then no, my contingent action can be to cast the free hero point. So we all take our contingent actions. I take the last one. Give everyone a hero point, and then you act out of turn immediately after me.
Break combat.
Oh boy. Well, I mean it'll be expensive. That's like 1,000 gold to do that, but yeah, we could do that.
I mean, I can also cast contingency on top of my contingent action.
Love. Right. Right. Yeah, if we really wanted to go apeshit on something, you know. It's not
If
a
well,
bad
we have
idea.
some level of preparation.
It's like 2 free rounds, yeah.
Olaf can't win if he never takes a turn.
Right.
If we hurry up to level 18, I can take 3 turns.
If we get level 17, I can cast Wish.
I mean, same.
Yeah, but I don't really have to. I just sacrifice my own. Well, I guess you sacrifice your blood. God damn it. Let's hit 15 so I can get that thing and I can pull spells from you and I can cast that. Because that answers all my problems.
Would be pretty great, though.
I really want that spell.
Blood
Get
money.
it next level from you. Yes.
Wait, you get it next
Wait.
level?
Hold on. Wait.
Oh,
he
with
takes
your
that
with
from
your
you.
thing?
Yeah, with your thing.
With your thing, your versatile performance.
Yeah,
or
with your
whatever.
thing.
It's his thing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We're talking about his thing.
Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
No,
Yeah.
you have to make me scroll. It's not in the bard list. I
Brr,
can't do
brr,
it.
brr, brr.
I
But
mean, I can do
Make-
that.
yeah, do that. Do that.
So Zeta's like, I can just bardic performance myself.
I mean, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
You can't stop me.
She's like, I'm a high level wizard, I can do anything.
I mean,
True.
I could just summon my own bard.
Yeah, I just summon my own bard. Blackjack and hookers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cast summon monster. I summon 1d4 plus 1
Kill switches.
Liland Izadas, and they're all sweet, like hot snake women.
Yep.
And way better than Kill Switch.
Yeah, Kill Switch can play music alright, but is he a fucking hot snake woman? No.
Hell no.
It could be. Give me
He
a
could be.
chance.
He
Puts
could
on
be
his
your
fake
hot snake.
beard, rolls a disguise.
In-
Yeah.
Siri
Am I
automates him.
a hot snake woman now?
Why have my contributions tripled?
Right.
That'd be great.
How did my perform check just suddenly get so high?
Aha! It was me, 3 hot snake ladies the whole time.
That would be the answer.
Yeah.
That is the answer.
Each snake lady's actually a tassel and a trench coat.
Please.
You know that we would actually highly enjoy that, so you're just taunting us at this point.
I mean, the tassels are canon to be simulacrums now. So, right?
Absolutely.
Sure.
It's all tassels all the way down.
You should have crabbed that dude. Showed
Peop-
him really what Randall's all about.
I don't
Peop-
have my crab here, right?
Yeah, you do. And Skyside.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You
We
wanna
can
go
still do it.
back?
We can go back.
Oh, we're going back. I'm gonna grab him.
Okay. Cool. Good.
His secret. We don't know if his secret words for today was strike homeless crab.
I mean, I haven't seen any homeless crabs yet, so this is the closest I've gotten.
A pep homeless bash.
I did.
It's just kick while down.
I did Crab Club Radis that one time, or KFC. Someone got the club.
What are we talking about?
That time somebody got crabbed.
Crab Club, Crab Club, Crab Club.
Thought we were making fun of Radis.
We can. Quick
Why would
switch
we do that?
subjects.
He's our most trusted ally. Got a little trigger happy.
Yeah, Radis is listed as Aubrey's mentor in his contacts list.
What?
What?
Why?
Why?
Have you seen our interactions?
Radis is the greatest thing that happened to Aubrey since losing his parents.
Yikes.
Yikes.
It's kind of a surrogate.
He's not that old.
I mean, sure, we get that, but also keep Radis away from Dawn.
And also, actually, he is 50.
Boomer.
Man, you guys have a real small age window you can interact with people. Too old, you gotta worry about Don. Too young, you gotta worry about KFC.
Aubrey's like, you know, Radis, I never told you this before, but I kind of see you as a father, and Don just comes crashing in through the fucking window.
Oh yeah.
Fuck no!
Just
He's got a pillow in hand.
towels and-
Who said dad?
Oh no, he's gotten weapon proficiency pillow. Run.
Fucking Zaflon sneezes.
That's when you find out it was Don that killed Tark the whole time.
We don't kill Dons, protect parents.
Not
Right.
your daughter, will you?
Right. So you've sired a child.
So you've chosen.
Yes.
All those who start families must reach this point. I am the beginning and the end.
Radis says, hello, beginning then. I'm dead.
Don goes, hello, Dad. I'm a pikesman.
Fucking shit.
Radis says, are you winning, son? Don says, I died once.
Would you say? Would you say there, Ed? I said, "Are you winning?" Clap.
No one
Are you
calls me
winning,
son.
You know what happened to the last guy who called me
No.
son?
Dad wouldn't know how to react because his father never showed him any emotional attachment.
You're not incorrect.
He just starts crying.
Really?
Red's son.
Nah, he's good.
As soon as Don has a child, he'll be there for the birth and be like, him and the baby will look at each other because they just know it's you or me.
Oh boy.
Maybe it's a good thing Furia died. Now Don will live forever.
It's a fucking Zeus Cronus situation.
He's got DR's son.
Don's a real fucking son of a bitch.
Yep.
So, like, he'd have to have a son that's, like, even more of a son of a bitch, right?
Yep, it's gotta be worse. Don's like, is this what I was like? No wonder I was beaten.
Don's kid is a fucking mafioso by age 3.
Oh,
Don
no.
can't tell if he's
Boss
proud
baby?
or horrified.
Yeah, it's fucking boss baby. Fucking
Happen-
it's straight up fucking Jack from 30 Rock. Except
Fuck.
if you were like Yakuza. Which I guess is still kind of Jack from 30 Rock. Rabs. Only addresses his dad by the last name.
Grabs.
Rabs. Get me my bottle.
Don folds up the newspaper from inside his Hell Knight armor and he just looks at him and said, "You know, Rabs is a really stupid last name."
Rabs, I didn't name you. If you got time to whine,
No, this is
Just
gonna
imagine
surprise
what the
people.
family pet's name would be. You'd have dog. You'd have cat.
Hey, that's nothing wrong with that.
You have chicken?
you have also cat,
How?
You'd have cat too.
second cat.
Yeah, they'll both be okay with.
Oh, let's not pet that cat. Let's pet the good cat.
Fucking second cat. And then there's horse.
Don's married, and he just addresses her as wife. Wife.
Okay,
Time to
like
time.
Don's gonna address her.
Yikes.
Yikes.
I'm just saying. Seems like every character you make has his schedule penciled in for 4 p.m. every day.
Got
No? Not Don. Not Red.
Not Red. That's true. He was
4
too
p.m.
busy.
A white wolf.
Yeah.
And how is Don?
He was too
scheduling
busy
for-
being worried about other people's dead kids.
How is Don penciled in?
Give it time. He'll find a nice strong woman to put him in his place.
Can she beat 29 strength?
Probably. You need to go find you a nice. You need to go find you a nice orc woman. That way, Don can learn to start flinching.
An ogre.
No, half ogre.
It's all ogre now.
Ogre.
Oof.
I don't even know how to respond to all this.
This better not wake up anything inside of me.
Like Zaflon, yeah, he's penciled in for
That'd
4
be-
p.m. Like, just a fact. He knew what he was walking into.
I know what you're adding at.
Radis' schedule is built around 3 a.m.
Oh boy, it's 3 a.m. Time to go loom over people's bedside.
Who wants to loom at 3 a.m.?
All of Alkenstar. I do.
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Who wakes up at 3 o'clock in the morning just to loom over people's bedside?
Turns out cowboy is actually a slur in Alkenstar. They consider it their C word.
Mage certainly is.
They called us that.
I resemble that remark.
Yeah.
That's why I'm curious about how Radis would have responded. He'd just be like, ooh, ow, I do shoot mages anytime they even think about casting.
What, the mages go home?
Yeah.
Radis is a mage now.
Yeah. He's probably a closet
Not a point in his
mage.
favor.
Yeah. He's always been a little magey.
I mean, it's probably... I don't know, he probably said something offhand, and word got around that Radis is now, one of them dirty wizards.
Yep. Like somebody was just talking about it. It's like, cast one of them spells and did blah blah blah. And Radis is like, oh, this spell? And everybody looks at him. He's like, ah, shit.
Well, time to get persecuted.
Yep. Good thing there's no tall buildings.
Radis, I didn't know Alkenstar was so intolerant.
I didn't either. This is a new development.
This doesn't seem new
Your
at all.
character has an inbuilt anti-mage shoot him in the face. You didn't see it coming.
Why did you build so much of Alkenstar around Radis?
To be honest, Diane, I was surprised.
He's like, yeah, I just shoot people in the face anytime they think about casting magic. It's like, why? Oh, I'm from Alkenstar. Gets to Alkenstar, everybody hates mages. Surprise, Pikachu.
And the worst part is that the train of thought worked in my head.
Yep.
It just made sense.
Mhm.
Why would I trust mages?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
do
they have
nothing but
something
cause
about
trouble.
them.
They end up blowing up buildings on accident.
You know, Zeta's gonna get out of control eventually. Better be ready.
Mm-hmm.
No.
May as well go ahead and start shooting her now.
Zeta's a saint.
Might as well build some kind of specialized anti-mage gunslinger.
Yep. Don't think Radis is the only one in town.
He had to learn it
Oh.
from somebody.
I'm sure all the guards in that room were the same build array as Radis.
Why I've been trying to make sure that I will go first.
I was really hoping someone would actually get offended. when
And
I
by go
told them.
first, you mean just go.
I mean, just go.
Just go.
Bye.
Everybody else is
See ya.
cast you by.
Have 3 people cast in
Shove Francis
proximity
out in
with
front.
Radis.
He's the wizard. Bye.
Yeah, that's whenever Francis goes ba da ba ba da ba, and everyone looks at him for the next fucking next
Better
30
be-
minutes.
Better be hitting that old dusty trail.
Yep, I can keep him entertained for a long time.
They just follow you. And then Killswitch is like, shit. Where am I gonna go?
Alright, just gotta Gotta drop it real quick and pop invisibility greater and get out of here.
All right.
Thing to sign, everybody look over there.
Leslie, see slack.
Everybody look that way. Don't pay attention to me.
Oh, I know how to do it. That's a strange place for a piano. Point
Chomp,
behind him.
chomp, 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 chomp.
Right?
Gets him every time.
Everybody back?
Hey, look over there. A spellcaster.
Strange place for a mage.
So here, Radis was trying to convince y'all to do some chaos.
Do chaos. Do it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there's monsters under there. And apparently they're going to be released eventually anyways.
So you're expecting a monster.
How lawfully can we do this chaos?
I mean, that was an assumption I made. I don't know why everyone latched onto it.
Guess it's a pretty good assumption.
You'd be surprised at how many times people latch on to things that were never said.
Yeah,
It's true.
the guy literally had a hard time telling us which laws we were breaking.
He told you specifically it's trespassing laws.
Well, then we had a really hard time figuring out which laws he was telling us that we were breaking.
We have a vested interest in interpreting things the wrong way.
It's true.
At the end of the day, what it comes down to is this. Don't get caught. Don't. Investigate the situation, weigh the risk and rewards, make a judgment call. If you think he's doing something incredibly unseemly, bring him in.
It's true, we can at least look at it. And he's not committed a crime until he's actually done it. So,
Oh, that's right, I forgot to ask Cassandra to deputize you guys.
well,
Shit!
it's okay. I think she'll trust us.
In the meantime, Sable, I got some great new ideas that you might want to help me work on. Francis, I almost hate to ask.
As he flaunts his new Assyrian accent.
Do you you want to go see if you can work something out with Shameen?
Why, Radis, I thought you would never ask.
Preferably something that is in my favor. And thus our favor?
Yes.
Come on, Francis, I
probably
got you
won't be
back.
Thinking about you much while I'm there, but sure.
And you might want to take a barrister with you.
Don't worry,
Ah.
Frankie. Baby,
I
I got
don't
you.
know if I want to see what they're talking about.
Oh, it's okay, Aubrey.
The,
You just
the
go to
real
your
Zeta
back
accent
place.
comes out.
That's
Just go
that's
to-
how we all talk back in the air, the elemental plane of air. All right, Frankie,
This
baby,
is-
let's go.
I cut.
This is just how we talk in Westgrad.
Is that really a true accent now, Zeta?
It's how they talk in the plane of elemental air.
Sounds like a real silly place.
Well, they're having to talk over the wind all the time.
You gotta be kind of loud out there.
Checks out. Anyway,
Alrighty.
we're going to see Shameen now, are we?
Yeah, let's go.
Go down to the local stadium. That's my air elemental.
Knock it at the park, baby. That's my air elemental. Hey, turn into a hurricane. Bust them up.
Then I bust out.
Oh no.
Yo, Adrienne.
Right.
You elemento.
God
That's
damn it.
about
You been good to your mother?
Hey, don't bring no mud up in this.
Walk over here with your feet.
That's the rawest of the raw.
Stand there with your shirt.
Anyway,
Alright.
Party's
Enough.
splitting up. Radis and Sable are going back to the workshop. And it sounds like everyone else is going to see Shameen.
Oh, Don's staying out of that shit. He's staying at the
Hmm.
workshop.
Leland's helping at the workshop.
Yep.
Leland's.
Leland's,
Leland's
yes.
are helping at the workshop.
Because I have 4 Lelands. Okay.
Yeah, there's only 3 Lelands.
And Leland.
No,
Right.
there's 2 clone Lelands.
Oh, that's right. It's 3 total.
There's 3 total.
Total Lelands. One of them's ugly.
No, one of them's not ugly, but he's definitely a little more lopsided than he should be.
Why is he lopsided?
The craft sculpture didn't work out very well or whatever.
It wasn't terrible.
He's got a little bit of a limp, does he?
He's a
He
bitch
looks
Stewie.
like he might have had like a minor stroke.
And
Oh, it just means he'll be the first one to go.
I'm gonna yell at that. Hey, watch where you're walking over there. Hey, watch where
Alright.
you're walking over there.
So where's
Just to do an asbestos on the exit.
who's going with kill switch?
I'll get
Zeta.
it.
Okay.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah,
Wait,
this
can we stop by the Doomsayer first?
sure.
Yeah, we do need to introduce him.
He's still out there doomsaying.
See, if Sable is just going to go craft some guns with Radis, I'm gonna see about giving my cats his medicine.
Sure.
Alrighty.
I'll be back shortly.
Just come on back over there.
Capiche?
I'll reapproach the Doomsayer and ask him if he wants to see something really cool.
He seems
Really?
confused by the offer.
Really doomy.
You want to see some real doom?
Yeah, Apep's got nothing on this.
I'll put my hand in front of the beard's mouth and I'll allow Snips to crawl out of it.
He seems mesmerized by the fact that a crowd just walked out of your beard's mouth.
Yeah, he's about to be crab pilled.
Yeah, there's a lot to take in there.
Yeah. I don't know if you know this. That's unusual to do to someone.
God,
I'll
he's
let
gonna be sensitized.
I'll let Snips reach out to shake his hand.
Give me a
Wow.
give me a diplomacy from Snips.
Wait, what?
Wait, can I diplomacy just to ease him into it? Be
Nope,
like, go
it's
ahead.
too
touch the
late.
Crab. Okay.
Crab handshake initiated.
Alright.
I'm
fair.
not 100% positive that's just a d20, but I'm gonna roll it. That seems the most likely. Oh, so
Nice.
Oh my god.
That's good.
Okay, he shakes Crab Snips.
He shakes
Snips.
crabs.
Snip. Yeah, he just reaches out and he grabs Snip's claw and shakes it.
any reaction?
Are you trying to open up the fucking valve on him?
Sure, yeah. Let's bring some Randall into Alkenstar.
Alright, give me a will save.
If nothing else, maybe they'll just right his mind. We'll save. And that is decent. Gonna throw my clover on that.
Oof.
That could have gone better.
Mm-hmm.
It always could.
That is a certain oof moment.
Mm.
Is a hero point worth it? I'm just fucking with a homeless guy.
This could be it. This could...
I'm gonna flay the shit out of his back.
You know what? I don't use hero points. Take it. Take it.
Alright, reroll it with the +4.
Gives Randall a hero
Wait,
point.
Oh my
Oh my god!
Aubrey, give me 100 gold.
Here.
Add 4. It's a 20.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a 20.
So what's kill switch doing with 100 gold?
I'm gonna give Aubrey another hero point with a spell.
Oh, this is the
Heroic Fortune.
okay.
Give
Do
me a
it.
concentration
That's-
check.
It's for the cast. It's easy. think it's
I
only a
concentrate. I concentrate way harder on this.
Okay. You're not supposed to be able to spend more than one hero point a turn,
Ah.
but I'll
Well,
allow
we're
it.
waiting 6 seconds between these rolls.
Well, that's... No, trust me, you don't want to do that either. I'll let it slide this time. So. Let me roll this guy's will
Some
save.
brains.
Okay, no. All right. Um,
Space.
so this man, his eyes go wide, and I don't mean he opens his eyes wider. He does do that, but his pupils also dilate and take up his entire eye, past the iris.
I remember my first time.
So he looks at you.
Lightweight.
Aubrey? It's
So,
me, Randall.
um, as you're looking at him, his own beard goes stark white as his eyes come back to focus, and he seems catatonic now.
I'm just stuff him in the beard. We'll go along with our day.
Yeah, I think you need some time to process it, Aubrey.
I'll set him down gently against wherever he's standing.
I'll leave him a gold piece and some ration.
He has learned today.
Put a blanket over him. It's okay, buddy. Leave a cup of water next to him.
He's gained more today. Jesus Christ. Just fucking with a homeless guy.
I'm just spreading the good word. I don't understand what's wrong.
Nothing went wrong, Aubrey. He just needs time to process.
Right. He just needs to deal.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah,
I
we'll
think
check
I'm-
on him later.
Like, I'm pretty sure if we sprout up a few Randall cults across the countryside, we'll have a good standing, and he'll help us.
At least
Yeah.
he at least
No.
hey, at least he'll shut up about APEP, right?
What?
No,
Huh?
Aubrey, I think you're right about this. We can sell people these experiences, 10 gold a piece, 10 gold a hit.
Now
During
that
the
is an
concerts.
interesting proposition.
Yeah, people can see the outer planes while they watch my show.
It's like I was there for 2
Like,
years,
watch your
man.
show.
Yeah, yeah. We can call it Alkenstock.
Love it.
All right, we go to Shmeen's.
Yeah, two shamans. We'll check on him later.
Okay, you guys are done tormenting homeless people. Got it.
No.
We never traded us torment. It sounded like a lovely trip.
Yeah, he's having a good time.
Oh no, we sent him to a bar against his will.
I'm back.
Heaven forbid.
Ooh, I'm dying. Okay.
Seriously, heavens forbid.
Yeah, it is forbidden in heaven, but yeah.
Forbid the heavens.
Okay, so you guys head on over to Shameen's. It's still pretty busy around there. The sun's starting to set, and you can tell they're starting to close up shop. It's one of those situations where when you walk up, the guy behind the counter is like, "Really? They're gonna come in right before we close."
All right. Yeah, we'll walk in and ask to see Shameen.
The guy at the front steps to the back room, and then a short time later, Shameen comes sauntering out from the back. She says, "Oh, what brings you to my shop?"
Francis says in his best Siriani, we hear there's a competition afoot, m'lady.
Oh God! Tip your fedora elsewhere.
Tip his mask.
She says, You really? Hold on, I gotta break character for a second. You were there when the competition was laid out.
Look,
It was several moons ago.
That was actually quite some time ago.
Oh my god.
That was literally a couple months ago. But,
Well, yeah, I guess that's true.
okay. I'll revise that
Yeah,
too.
please. I can't even respond to that without her thinking you're retarded.
Fine, just m'lady.
Lady.
Tip mask. So what brings you to her shop? Or is that what you
Here's the
respond
competition
m'lady
for
to?
it.
Right.
Yeah, what conditions did you guys want to set? We wanted to set an end date? Our guncrafter. Wait, Staple, did you come with us? Staple,
No.
please tell me you came with us to tell us what you
No.
actually wanted out of this. Then go ahead and tell me what you wanted out of this and pretend like you told me that before we left.
An end date and a set amount of guns crafted.
I specifically asked for a deal that would work out in our favor.
Okay, alright. Well, then, tell her I came on contractual obligations.
That definitely seems to pique her interest.
Say that our paperwork is yet unfinished.
And what of your friends? Why would they be in my shop at this time of night? Again.
Francis gives the same look that she's probably giving to them.
But it's behind a mask and they can't see.
Oh no.
They can see.
Thank you. I've already tipped it. But, yes, no, we need to clarify a few things, and as you know, the loudmouth is not with us today. I have yet more with me, but I think they'll hopefully be less intrusive. We, don't believe we ever decided on an end date on this competition, did we?
She says, she foo-foo-foos and says, among other things, much of it was left blank.
Francis nods. I think,
Can't-
good.
She says, it is very difficult to, enjoy Radis as he squirms if you don't give him the wiggle room to squirm.
Foo, 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 foo.
I went up to bat for you. I really
Foo, 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 foo.
She foo-foo-foos with Francis.
Somewhere out there, Radis is working on some new, fresh blueprints that he's eagerly showing off to Sable, and then he freezes, and he just feels really angry for some reason.
The foo-foo-foos just intensify. And she
When
puts,
the joint foo starts up, Zeta's gonna kind of nudge Aubrey and gesture towards the door.
yeah,
Oh God!
she,
Don't
she,
leave them alone.
She kind of, her body posture ushers kill switch to the back as they foo-foo-foo to the back office.
Francis will nod and continue. Follow her.
They just laugh haughtily at Radis as they walk to the back office.
Meanwhile, Radis is back at the shop and he snaps whatever work piece he's working on.
She's got one forehead vein. One of the lower worksmith hands is like, what's wrong? Radis is like, I don't know. I don't feel anything wrong.
Yeah, I don't know what
Nose
came
starts
over me.
bleeding. He just is like, huh? How'd that happen?
Weird.
But yeah, she leads him to the back office and she immediately starts grabbing formal papers. What kind
Francis
of
gets out his,
dealings are you trying to?
Best pin. his best quill and ink to help construct the document.
Oh, she does much the same.
Okay, so in that case, how does it read currently?
Oh, you're getting way ahead of yourself.
Okay. All right. I'll slow down.
You haven't signed the consent to negotiations forms yet.
Oh God.
She does love her contractual paperwork.
Yep. And before that, you got to get to the pre-consent to consent forms.
Beg my pardon if you would also sign mine as well.
Oh God.
He says in his best new Siriani accent.
God, it reeks of fucking chiliacs in here.
All right. I imagine we do the
Yeah.
paperwork for a while.
Yeah. One thing you notice. Let's see. As you guys get further into the contractuals, she actually grabs her what seemed to be a small holy symbol to Asmodeus. If you remember, it was a very jagged iron disc.
Mhm.
But what you hadn't realized before, when she draws it out from where it's pinned at, she squeezes the pinnacle, which draws blood, and the blood actually goes down the shaft of the pinnacle, and she uses it as a quill to begin writing a contract.
Shit. That's great. Wait, why am I with these other guys again? Yeah, okay, no, Francis is totally enthralled, and he offers to or he asks if he can use that to write up his parts.
Uh,
If I could be so forward as to ask.
one sec. What is it? You don't speak Kellish, right?
No.
Okay, well, it seems like a positive thing that she says as she hands it to you. I need a will save.
I think a sense motive might be able to figure out, but yeah. Right?
Never wanted a will to fail before.
Yeah, he won't fail. It's fine.
Still have heroism. How long does that last?
Oh, that's long since gone. It's like an hour, right?
I think it was like 188 minutes it lasted.
Yeah, that's long since gone.
It was 2.5 hours, or
Yeah,
2
it's
hours and 20 minutes.
Okay.
Hold on, I
That's
gotta
a
double check
22.
something. Real quick. Probably should have this pulled up a little earlier.
I mean, Francis, if you want to come outside, I could
Oh,
juice
yeah.
you again.
You're good. But I am. Nah, you're good. So are you gonna squeeze that pentacle and sign with your own blood?
Oh hell yeah.
Oh yeah. It hurts so good. You do take 1 point of damage though.
Squeeze it with my backwards ass fingers.
Yeah.
Fantastic. This is
All right.
amazing.
So, I suppose we'll just do opposed charisma checks,
Okay.
and we're gonna try to see how favorable you can swing this.
Wow. Wow.
Incredible.
You can't swing it favorably at all. You want a hero point?
Should I really burn like all of my hero points today?
Yeah.
This is what you were meant for.
Fine.
Diplomacy.
Okay. Get that another.
That's when he
plus
fails
22.
anyway. Ooh wee.
23.
Oh, with the +4, that's right, okay. Which part of the deal do you want to alter?
What exact parts are there available to alter?
It sounded like, what all did Radis want to change?
Radis simply wanted, well, if Radis could be specific, he would want a hard number on the amount of firearms that would be delivered.
I'll limit on that. So, say maybe like one unique firearm. Does
Make
that
it
sound
a
right?
good old-fashioned one-on-one.
Okay. Yeah. The paperwork's it goes on for a while. Like Zeta and Aubrey, there's more than enough time to get, if not concerned, bored outside. By the end of it, there's incense that have been long since burned all the way through. There's the room's probably a
Nah,
little
we're Francis's wingmen. Like we're not interrupting his action.
yeah.
Are you kidding?
I mean, Killswitch, you can go into what you would expect out of a long term, long form contract signing between two Asmodeans.
It's gonna be just about as fun as you think it is.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. So Killswitch will I'm sure triumphantly walk out of the back room and outside of the long closed store as Shameen locks up behind him with contract in hand, or at least a copy of it.
He'll
The forms would have had to have been done in triplicate at least.
Oh, I'd hope so. For each of us. For
Yeah.
each of our copies.
Each.
Yeah, each. And yeah, okay. As he leaves, he's gonna say, "Well, Miss Shameen, it has been my pleasure to deal with you today. I do look forward to seeing what creations you can make."
She gives you, it's like a slang version in Dwarven of "see you around."
Jane.
Yeah,
Later, surface
that's
dweller.
probably it.
No, that's Elvin. But
Moon speak.
Elvin is weep speak.
yeah. Sure. Why not? Okay.
Why wouldn't Elvin be moon runes?
Makes sense.
Yep. You guys got your triplicate comes out holding like a ream of paper.
Yeah, grinning from ear to ear.
His hands
Is he-
covered in blood.
Is he just gonna offer him a backwards high five?
Aubrey just gives him a knowing nod.
Farron's gonna give her a reddened, though it's probably dried by now, but reddened backwards high five.
I'm sure he washed his hands.
Did you show your spear?
He showed her
Yeah.
that spear.
Look, gentleman never shows his spear on the second date.
Lewd.
I think got 10 feet reach.
I was talking about the actual
Actually,
spear.
no. Aubrey.
It's more average.
It's average size.
Yeah.
Look, it can get the job done. Let's move on.
Please.
It's not the length of the contract; it's how hard you sign it.
Fred's gonna gesture to the triplicate lengthy ream of paper that he's holding and say, "Don't you worry, Aubrey. We got plenty enough done. We've brought it down to only one gun that Aubrey has to make.
Oh,
Aubrey has to make.
That
decline.
Sable has to make."
Can you check the contract? I want to make sure I'm not obligated to make any guns here.
He's gonna check it. It says right here, Sable. That was a slip of the tongue. I'm still getting used to this accent. Thank you, Zeta.
Another high five.
Backwards high five.
All right. Listen, you guys.
Just have to mention that I'm sure actually writing with those backwards hands is the most uncomfortable thing imaginable.
Oh, Rakshasans do it all the time.
My favorite part of having to deal with the hands.
He's left-handed now. That's all.
My favorite part of the hand situation is every once in a while Dustin tries to say Rakshasa.
Rakshashan. Rakshashan. It's Rakshashan, right?
No, it's race. It's Coke.
Yeah, there you go. So you guys head back to the gun forge, I assume, back to the gun shop, the gun show.
Yeah.
I mean, what? Don and all the Lelands are there. It's definitely a gun show.
Yeah, just walk in, they're all posing,
Yeah.
oiled up.
Zeta's like, Don, what are you doing with my Lelands? But no. So, what are you guys doing back at the shop when they get back?
Probably. Radis is probably going into fucking overdrive working on this modular rifle that Sable wanted to make. They already got the prototype done.
Yeah, what else? What do we really need to do once we get to the shop?
He's probably thrown himself into making extended stocks, long barrels, short barrels, scopes.
Barrels.
Can we even make a silencer?
Barrel.
We made a scope.
Yeah, silencer could be pretty much anything.
We made
A
scope
loudener.
out of a tube and a pair of eyeglasses.
Yeah, I suppose. You wanna throw a craft firearm check and see what we get?
Do I need to?
What's your craft firearm?
20.
Okay, I'm 15.
So wait, what are you trying to make?
Silencer.
A silencer. Okay.
Right? Yeah, if we just took 10 on that, I'd have a 25. He'd have a 4. He'd have a 30.
I mean, what's the fun of taking 10?
Right? Oh god, do I have to roll dice in my dice rolling game?
Right. Well, hold on. What's Radis's assist? How many ranks does he have? Because you can't mess up the assist.
It's either the assist or he's about to overtake her.
Yeah, let's see. Okay. How many ranks does Sable have?
14.
So a +7, so 40. Okay. You put together something, at least a sketch of something that you imagine would deaden the noise. The only problem with it is the amount of gunpowder. You figure if you were able to actually hammer it out tonight and create it, you'd probably have to cut back on the gunpowder quite a deal, because it can definitely muffle the sound. But if you have to cut back on the propellant, which will probably shorten the range.
Makes sense.
Yep. Essentially, your silencers only work with subsonic rounds.
Oh, so that's a double project.
Well, subsonic just means you have to use less gunpowder with it, which
Right.
shortens range.
So cut it in half or by a third?
I'd say about in half.
Okay, so 80
Just-
feet would become 40 feet.
Yeah.
So it should be just known that Radis is gonna just go to fucking town tonight. Especially when you guys come back with the good news that we only have to make one firearm.
Just the one, Radis.
And as far as that goes, we have them beat.
Well, I do declare I think it's time for you to put your gun where your mouth is.
Put your mouth where your gun is.
Did you just tell me to kill myself, Francis?
No, I'm telling you to
Also-
make a good gun. Like you've
Anyone
been
else
taught.
smell that?
Nothing.
Radis has a
Leland's.
kind of look on his of disgust on his face when he looks at Francis.
One of the simulacrum Lelands apologizes.
Oh God! You
It's
reek
got that,
of
like,
cheap
new
as
car
damn
smell.
perfume.
What was that, Zeta?
It's
Shrugged.
got like a new car smell.
Yeah.
He's never actually digested anything before.
Oh no, poor guy. But
Be
no,
a Radis.
Radis, it's
It's just pine because there were some needles in the snow that you weren't accounting for. Alright. Back
don't
to
you
this.
let that distract you from your work, Radis.
Oh, trust me, that just makes it all the better. Knowing that you just went in there and seduced Shameen. That is what you did, right?
A
I don't
gentleman
think
never
it's-
contracts and tells.
Oh, so that's what he did.
Regardless,
Paperwork.
got it. Chilaxian seduction. Knowing that you just went and seduced Shameen and that we're about to kick her ass. Oh, that just brings a smile to my face.
Well, there is a Chilaxian saying that comes into play here.
If it has something to do with chickens, I swear.
Get them
no,
more
it has
sauce.
something to do with demons.
Oh,
What?
Don't-
demons or
don't
devils?
Count your demon. Don't count your devils before they spawn.
Clever.
Those are wise words.
Fair enough, but let's be honest, this is the first bit of good news we've had in a long time. Today's just been a veritable blessing for us.
Well, let's see what comes tomorrow to ruin it.
That's the spirit, Sable.
I know, right?
There's always a tomorrow to ruin.
Don in the back. Why do you say things?
It's kind of nihilistically optimistic.
Because I still have this feeling that Holov has somehow got his eyes on me because I shook his hand. He knows where we are. And he's gonna come here with Ternacuic. He's gonna blow this place up.
I mean, he probably would have done that a long time ago if he could.
Also, if they were to try and do that, they get blown out the sky so fast.
Also, there's no magical aura on you that would suggest as much.
And if there was, stepping into Alkenstar would render it null and void.
But we're dealing with divine stuff now.
Divine is magic.
Ternacuic
Regardless.
is like a god dragon.
Yeah, but if anything, that would mean his magic would stand out more than be subtle.
Radis puts his pencil down and looks at Sable. Mazita, if I may. Sable, what is the difference between faith, magic, and technology?
One's better than both.
I'm
Yeah, I
going to
agree with that.
assume you're talking about magic here.
Well, that was a good crowd-pleasing answer, but the answer is there is no difference. They are all realities in our world. They are all facts.
Radis is over here like, we can't choose to be magical or not. Right, guys? It's not a choice.
Magic and faith operate under the same. Well, they operate the same way. It's just that the abilities that one gained from faith are delivered by a deity, which is in itself a magical being.
Sure, but
Yeah.
magic can't just take itself away from you. Like deity could take the faith away from one of its followers. Besides, Eridan's followers, few they may be, they still have faith, yet they get nothing from their god.
That is because they are delusional, and delusion gives folk strength.
That's because Eridan is a chump.
Eridan's a bitch sometimes.
Slaps the word on the fucking board.
Eridan is a bitch.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Francis, but weren't Asmodeus and Eridan actually on good terms?
Good?
On lawful terms.
Right.
In fact, wasn't Eridan typically just friends with everyone?
He didn't like
Eri-
Robogog too much.
Well, there are exceptions to every rule, but
Mm,
Zeta slaps on the board. Rovagug is a bitch all the time.
Is it?
oh. Wow, okay. Alright. Look, Eridan took his place back in the annals of history. He was a glorious man god, but he
I'm
is
putting a
nothing
moratorium on this right now. Why are you
compared
speaking like this?
to the true deity.
I also
Because-
don't know
Now,
why he's
Radis,
speaking like
don't
that.
interrupt his story.
This is not what share languages does.
No, Francis thinks he can speak a Siriani now,
So,
so he's taking on Radis's accent.
but in
Radis looks
common.
over at Sable. You are my only ally in these dark times. Don't do it. Don't you dare do it.
Now, Radis.
I'm just waiting for the day Dustin goes. Where's
Radis
this?
have an
Where's
accent.
where's this Radis accent coming from?
It's simple, Radis. If you want to be friends with the Duchess, you have to assimilate.
But I'm already friends with the Duchess. I mean, I'm already loyal to the Duchess.
Right, so you don't need to assimilate as much.
It's much.
I feel like I'm
Zeta?
being made fun of right now.
Zeta, you may want to just take a break on that.
Nonsense.
No, I
Radis is
think
gonna
you're
just
right,
barely
Radis.
open his work and
Let's
ignore you guys.
stop this. I think you're right, Radis. This got out of hand. I apologize.
Hold on, burst through the door. Somebody say hand!
Well, who dog?
Please.
Just kicks in the
Well,
door.
y'all were having a hoot handy over here.
Biscuits. Y'all's is too much.
Good old fashioned West or Alcastari hootenanny.
Y'all
Hand
know,
in here.
on other notes, we managed to secure Alkenstar as an ally against Ternacuic, and now all we have to do is craft a immaculately epic rifle
Mhm.
to beat Shameen to secure the workshop so I can craft guns for everybody.
Yep.
And maybe Osirian will join us now that we have another ally.
Are we gonna go get those float rocks, grab rocks,
It's
No,
up to y'all.
magna rocks?
Is anybody?
Absolutely.
Are you guys talking about this in character?
Yes,
Okay. Just checking.
to a degree.
Another bug here.
Because one of the newer hands of
Oh, there's other
Radis.
people here?
yeah, Radis has a whole
No,
crew.
no, I'm not talking around them. I thought it was just the Lelands.
Oh, they can be trusted.
No, I can't.
Yeah, they can.
No, I'm not speaking about that in their earshot.
Consider them to be extensions of Radis.
Great, I'm not going to talk about it near them.
Where are you going to talk about it?
Not near them.
Talk about what, the floating rocks or
There's
the
got to be another room somewhere where I can just be like, guys, let's.
Sounds to me like we are about to get a plot point, but you know, whatever.
Nope.
stated it. Francis doesn't want anyone else to hear about this because he thinks it's illegal. Sorry, if you want to talk about it, go ahead, but in
Alright.
character, Francis does not want to talk about this near other people.
You know what? Fine. Sable says. So what are we gonna do about the floating rocks?
Oh, what was that?
The entire
What?
party turns to the new hire. Like a slow turn. It's like a slow Final Fantasy cutscene turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll look to the camera.
No, the camera cuts to everyone individually as they nod one by one.
Yeah, 20 seconds between each nod.
Nod, next nod, next nod, next nod. Group shot, everyone nods.
Producer said we need 60 hours of gameplay.
Seriously, who likes these nod scenes? And I'm surprised no one's memed about it harder.
Oof.
Oh, anyway. So one of the newer guys actually brings up that, you guys, he's concerned that he doesn't seem to know what they're up against. Like he doesn't know what, he's already not super skilled in guns. This guy was actually, he kind of introduces himself to you guys. And Radis would know that he's only been into gunsmithing for, you know, a couple of months maybe. He's probably like the last person Radis actually hired on. He was originally a tailor, but now he just hands people tools. So Timothy's like, so when do we have any ideas to what Shamin is doing?
That's a good point, but we have no real. No, we definitely have means of going to find out now, don't we, Zeta?
I thought you'd never ask.
Are you going to pick up some more materials on your way there?
What are you talking about?
Exactly.
What?
What?
Why would I need material? No, scrying doesn't need materials.
Right,
Meant
right.
gunsmith.
You don't actually have to go there.
Radis holds up a finger. Scrying on Shamin won't do you no good.
Why?
She ain't the type to get her hands dirty. She leaves that to everyone else around her.
I mean, no.
Well,
Francis, let me ask you something real quick.
she'll get
I
her
understand that a gentleman never
Go.
kisses and tells, but did those hands feel like the hands of a blacksmith to you?
Oh, those hands got dirty, but not in that way.
TMI,
Right.
Francis. TMI.
High five.
Gross. High five. Shamin's more built for contract signing than actually working the forge.
Yeah, she is.
So you're just gonna cast ally across time? I know Zeta shows up. Zeta? Zeta.
Captain.
They do an aid another with concentration check.
You have to concentrate before you can cast the spell.
I did. It's the 26.
Okay. Wait, that's the 26?
26 was the concentration for ally across time.
What's the level of that spell?
3rd level.
Okay. I don't know if you can aid another on a concentration check, though.
you can't. In 3.5, concentration was a skill, but I actually
It's
don't
not
know
a skill in
for-
this game.
Yeah. Now that I think about it,
I wouldn't think you could. Since
Yeah.
You
it's a
can aid
check.
another like AC and attack.
It'd be like aiding another on a fortitude check.
Unless it were like magical, I wouldn't see how you could do it.
Don't you? You don't have any way to boost that? There's no spells that boost concentration. It seems kind of redundant when I said it, but
The only thing to do is boost your casting stat.
yeah, that's true.
I mean, there's other things you can do, but for some reason I thought aid another was still a skill.
Yeah,
Would qualify for an aid another check.
that's what happens when you play different systems. Everything gets bungled. I really thought you were just casting ally across town to high five yourself again.
Oh, that would be pretty great. And we'll go ahead and high five as well, because she's here for one round.
The self 5.
And then the next round, another one, different one shows up. We'll high five that one as well.
So is he doing anything other than high fiving herself?
Oh, well, ignore the 23, because apparently aid another doesn't work like that. And Zeta's concentration check is a 36 to cast Greater Scry on Shamin. In fact, actually, while I'm doing that, Francis, can you hand me over one of the triplicate forms?
Well, certainly, Zeta.
Now I have something of Shamin's.
No, that's Francis's blood.
Oh,
Okay.
that's both of their blood.
I assume she
Oh,
signed
right.
it.
Would blood
This is-
count as a body part?
This is their contract in triplicate.
Well, would blood count as a body part?
Yes.
Hold on. I know I wrote it down somewhere.
The other Zeta also agrees.
A lot of blood in my day.
Oh, I know where it's at, I think.
Matt and Zeta.
Is it in here? Yes.
Can't wait for the Zeta that's possessed by Jerry O'Connell and Sliders.
You leave sliders out of this.
She's coming. Just wait for her.
Hold on. This is it. Okay. I need a caster level check.
I'm just not rolling tonight.
Yeah.
Do you have any
17.
hero points?
Yeah, I'll spend a hero point on that. And we'll also activate Foretell. Okay.
Okay.
It's not a critical failure anymore.
No. Oh. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. It's not that bad. It's 18 points of electricity damage. But I think you have like, don't sylphs have 5 elemental resistance to that anyway?
Yeah, I've got 5 resist.
Yeah.
And here's a spellcraft to identify this.
Jeez.
Ooh wee.
I'm telling you, it will
You're
not
having a
work
really
for me.
bad time today. Like, I've noticed
I've-
that you just can't seem to roll over a 10 today. That's rough.
Either way, that still should
Craft.
beat most anything.
Yes. Hold up. Fairly certain. Hold on. No, you can't use it. You can't spellcraft it.
It's a spell affecting me.
Identifying a spell as it's being cast requires no action, but you must be able to clearly see the spell as it's being cast. Cast. As it's being cast, money.
Hey.
But no, I guess no but. I had to look up how spellcraft works. Because it never comes up. But yeah. It kind of sucks. Did... Look at this. Let me look at this. It didn't, right? I bet it didn't. Nope. I'm trying to think. Please. Kill switch. Let me get a... I need a perception and a knowledge religion.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of ways to do this. Like anything I can
And
do.
I give a perception?
No,
Why not?
because you weren't there.
Oh.
Yeah. I guess I had your chance to look around while I was there, but I was busy.
Let's do the knowledge religion.
And that's not gonna be great, but wow.
God damn it, kill switch.
I willed it.
Ah, fucking shit. Alright, never mind. Yeah.
I'm out of hero points.
I understand. It's been a really it's a weird one. Yeah, busy day.
I'll give you a hero point if I can do that.
Sure, I'll let Aubrey burn a hero point for you.
We gotta stop this streak of bad rolls.
Please, somebody.
+4.
Alrighty, well, let's do it. So we gotta... Alright,
Okay.
so add 4 to that, it's 21.
Alright. Killswitch, you spoke to Shameen once before, where she made a comment about the fact that you have more than one holy symbol. Um, specifically, you have a holy symbol of Asmodeus, and you also have an ornate holy symbol, Beelzebub. Well, she has the holy symbol of Asmodeus in that pin, and she claimed to be partial to Mammon. But while in her office, you noticed an ornate symbol to Mephistopheles.
Oh. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And one of the things you know about Mephistopheles is that Mephistopheles is the ruler of the 8th layer of Hell, which is where Hell keeps its secrets and contracts.
I knew she was good at it, but that explains it. That explains where she learned it. Okay. Um, you said it was ornate, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. I wonder if she's ever been to hell.
And if you remember, a long time ago when you were offered all the different deals, Mephistopheles didn't tell you what they were offering.
No, he was the one that had the boat.
He was the mystery gift. He was the box.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
It kind of comes to mind as you see Zeta try to scry and get zapped.
Huh. Okay. I'm gonna mention this to Zeta that she not only is she great at contracts, but she appears to be pretty well versed in devil kind in the same way that I am. And perhaps she might even have dealings with some of the higher level devils.
That's probably fair. Yeah. Very well.
I'm gonna mention Mephistopheles to her that
Oh.
she's dealt with not only Asmodeus and Mammon, which I think we already knew, but also Mephistopheles, who's
Bad roll too.
Oh my
more
god.
enigmatic than the other ones. But yeah, interesting.
At least it's not a combat heavy session, right?
What's
Get
combat?
it all out now.
Right? What's combat?
Yeah, last session.
It's true.
All right, Zeta will produce another spell. We're going to cast protection from energy, electricity.
Roll the concentration.
Wow.
What's the level of that spell?
My God.
Huh?
3.
Okay. You're good.
All right. Second seed is going to attempt to help, even though we know that it doesn't actually work. We're going to do this number first, and go ahead and plus 19. Cast Greater Scry again.
Nice.
All right. Need the caster level check.
The caster level check is going to be should be 26. 27.
Okay. You manage to pierce through, and you see she seems to be asleep.
What time is it?
It's pretty late in the day. It was 4 p.m. while you guys were torturing a homeless person, and the contracting took quite a
Enlightening.
while.
You say you guys, but that was over.
Yeah.
That was over.
You say
Don't-
torturing, but
Don't rope us in here with
Enlightening.
with
Yeah.
Right. Throw up
That
air
man.
quotes. Torturing.
When did we torture a homeless man?
It wasn't that long
we
ago.
didn't.
It was like
We
earlier
didn't
today.
torture a homeless man. We enlighten a doomsayer on the real reality of worlds.
Right, we taught him about the real doom.
The real savior from the doom.
He was mistaken about which kind of doom to worry about.
And his hair looks way cooler now.
If you were there, you would have understood.
But yeah, Shamin is sleeping very peacefully right now. She almost looks tolerable in this state.
It's like
Fuck.
Yep,
Cannon.
yep, that is correct.
God damn it.
someone's in there filling logs.
Fooing logs. So if you guys are really into taking Shamin down, does it make you guys the Foo Fighters?
Ooh, no.
I'm not giving that to you.
I get to be Dave Grohl though.
You're the one with beard.
He has a little beard,
I have a
a
goatee.
little baby beard.
You can all be different versions of Dave Grohl.
Yeah, right. KFC's the Satan Dave Grohl. Don can be the Nirvana Dave Grohl.
No, I'm the Pikesman Dave Roll. Because I'm a Pikesman.
I'm Dave Grohl. I'm a Pikesman.
There you go.
It doesn't fit because he's such a sweetheart.
I'm sure you could be a Pikesman.
So what shall we do now? What do we need to do now to get
Kill
these
Shamin.
guns operational?
We rest and then go check out those spooky rocks.
Okay, check out the spooky rocks.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave the Shamin TV up.
Brent's
Stratus comes out
stay
the
for
workshop, sees Shamin TV, goes back into his workshop.
It's like a holographic projection of Shamin in her sleeping quarters. Sound comes back terrifically, right? And now and again, you gotta adjust the ears a little bit.
Okay.
This Shamin TV is going to last for 14 hours, so
Okay.
just so you know.
So, you guys, I'm assuming, retire for the night. And, when you all wake up, it's a bit stormy outside. It's not terrible. It's not like a severe storm or anything. But it's raining. I'm very curious to know how Radis feels when he wakes up to find out Shamin TV is on.
CTV.
Not,
What do you mean wake up? He's been watching all night.
oh god, no. Oh no.
Wakes up and she's just in her shop trying to sell guns to people. foo-foo-fooing at them
You know,
while she
actually,
explains that the guns are great and they're
while he's
reliable.
disgusted, he makes himself a pot of coffee, takes a seat with a notepad and pencil, and starts taking notes.
Starts learning how to sell guns. She's like, this gun's so reliable. He's like, fuck, I can't use that.
Well, rust, dust, or bust.
Got him.
Well, I have a question.
Sure, what you got?
We talked about it, maybe jokingly, or maybe it was meant to be a joke in Slack chat, but for securing the Alkenstar to help us, do we get a level?
Take a level.
You
Do
sure
you
about
want?
that?
Do you want a level?
I don't want the repercussions of having a level.
I don't want the repercussions of having a level either.
Oh please, we all know you don't know what to do with your fucking Hell Knight thing.
Why'd you have to say it?
I don't know which Hell Knight discipline to take.
They're all shit.
Well, do you want a level?
I do, kinda.
Hold on, let's do a quick poll in Slack.
Can we have an option for I'm a baby bitch and I don't want to run the risk?
Aw. But Don, next level I can start casting all of my spells.
Yeah, and level 9, I gain basic immunity to almost all elements.
You know what? We'll just take the mythic level.
Oof.
Oof, you really want the campaign to end, don't you?
That's just your campaigns. We're good.
Lychus?
What?
Well,
Alright, poll is
well,
up.
the campaign was already over whenever he gave us the mythic level.
Don't justify this.
Campaign was literally over.
I know.
You guys beat the boss.
But yeah, exactly. You created the curse, so only Lychus can end it. So it's gonna continue until Lychus removes our mythic level.
I'm not gonna assume that these two are mutually exclusive.
So just go ahead and remove all of our mythic levels from council, and we'll take our level and carry on.
Yeah.
Conveniently, Holoff now isn't mythic leveled.
Shh.
We don't know he's not.
Shush. We don't want the DM to know that.
No, we know that he is.
I got 2 yeses and no real no's.
Oh, I'm not physically at the computer.
Okay.
And BB.
Where are you? Okay.
Yeah.
Is there an option for like I don't care?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and, like,
that's it. That's it right there.
I would
Like-
like a level, but you know.
I'm not.
All right.
If we get a level, whatever.
In that
Not
case,
scared.
we'll call it here. You guys be leveled when you get back.
Fuck.
Now I could flex 2 feet during combat whenever we get combat.
2 feet.
The late no.
Too late, I've been outvoted.
That's how
There
it
were 2
goes.
yeses.
Every level for the campaign so far. You guys want? To, do we level? Do you want a level? Everyone unanimously yes. Thomas
I
suspiciously.
don't know about this.
Thomas getting suspicious over a couple of levels. Be like, wait a minute. He sure has asked us that every level. I don't know about this, guys. All right, see you guys next time with a new level. Fuck.
Yep. Sorry about your quest to get new metal.
Sorry about your town and kids.
Tell us
Next
about
session.
the
Oh, Gil blew
earthquake.
himself up.
Yeah, sorry about Agorian, guys.
Sorry about your homeland. All right,
So
kill
can we
off
make a new
old
homeland?
Stremo.